Ooh, I stand up here. Everybody got quiet. Oh, you ready? Okay. Hi. I'm Jude Chance. I'm the Director of Programming here at the East Meadow Public Library. I'm here with my colleagues, Charlie Faso and Kelly Gordon. I want to thank you all for coming out today, and those of you who are watching on YouTube, thank you for watching on YouTube. And if I look over 35, then you need to adjust your monitors. Okay, I need to do housekeeping. As you can see, we have exits and entrances on stage right, stage left, and in the back of the theater. Please, if there is an emergency, and there will not be one, go to the exit closest to your seat. There's something else. Oh, please turn off your cell phones or put them on mute. And if your cell phone does ring in the middle of performance, please don't pick it up and say, I can't talk now, I'm in a performance. Now you might think this is a ridiculous thing for me to say to you, but it actually happens in here. So put them on mute, turn them off, put them on vibrate, I don't care, but don't let it ring, zip, boom, sing, whatever your phone does. There's another thing. Oh, the company has said that you can take pictures. Please, no flash. If you're going to take a picture, we're going to take the lights out over the audience. Just make sure your phone doesn't adjust to flash, please. It catches performers in the eye, and it can be very dangerous. I want to thank the New York State Council of the Arts. Without them, this program would be impossible. It is funded through a competitive grant process. Now, that was all my business. Okay. I'm going to introduce you now to Nancy Solomon, who is a director of Long Island Traditions. Long Island Traditions brings various traditions of those living on Long Island to everyone. Also saves architectural treasures and occupational traditional jobs. So they do an amazing amount of work. Nancy has saved bays. She has saved bay houses. The things she has done are just incredible, and one would think impossible, but she has done it. I'm going to introduce you now to Nancy Solomon.
Thank you so much, Jude, and thank you everybody who's come here today for this wonderful occasion. I first met Satya Pradeep, believe it or not, almost 20 years ago, when we were learning about all the different teachers who were passing on the traditions that they learned as young people of South Asia and India. And Satya and I have been working together ever since. As the director of the, I'm going to mispronounce this, Nritya Saagaram Academy, she has been teaching hundreds of students over the last 30 years of her career. And we're really happy to have so many of her students' parents here with their siblings so that you can learn about some of the traditional dances of India. Now, one of them you probably have seen and heard about for many years, the Bharatanatyam traditions. But what is unique to Satya's Academy is the dedication to the Kuchipudi tradition. So we're looking forward to seeing some of that dance diversity, as well as seeing the amazing talents of her students. So without further ado, I'd like you to give a big round of applause to Satya Pradeep and the Nritya Saagaram Academy.
Thank you, Nancy and Jude, for the wonderful introduction. It's indeed an honor and a pleasure to be here among all of you for this afternoon's presentation. I now welcome, excuse me, I now welcome Arya Nair, Dakshina Nair, Aishwarya Mahadev, Kashvi Patel, and Kushi Patel to begin this afternoon's performance. They will begin with the traditional dance prayer, followed by two sets of hand gestures, one single hand gesture, one double hand gesture, and they will be performing the first item, which is called Alarippu. Alarippu is the first piece which the students learn after a rigorous learning session for almost a year and a half of learning steps. So please welcome them, and thank you once again.
tam kittataka te ta te kittataka tam ditta te tatte tam ditta te tatte tam ditta te tatte tam ditta te tatte tam dida 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 te tatte tam did tam kittataka te ta te kittataka tam did tam kittataka te ta te kittataka tam ditta te tatte tam ditta te tatte tam ditta te tatte tam ditta te tatte tam dida 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 te tatte tam did tam kittataka te ta te kittataka tam did tam kittataka te ta te kittataka tam ditta te tatte tam ditta te tatte tam ditta te tatte tam ditta te tatte tam dida 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 te tatte ta hatta jum tarita jaka tarite tadingina tum taka tadingina tum taka diku tadingina tum tam Durpurtaka dalang gudaka tadingina tum ta te yum ta tam.
Thank you. The hand gestures was a big challenge for them because each hand gesture is in the language Sanskrit. And they had to memorize everything, and there's a particular name for every hand gesture. So this is the beginning, and they worked very hard for this show. Thank you. The next item is called a Pushpanjali. Pushpanjali is traditionally an invocatory item performed to take the blessings of the divine, the teacher, the guru, and you, the esteemed audience. This Pushpanjali will be performed by two of my senior students, Shreya Vasudevan and Anushka Pandya.
தாம் தாம் தாங்கிட்டதக தத்தோடங்க தக்குத்தாம் தீம் 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 தீங்கிட்டதக தித்தோடங்க திக்குத்தை தாம் 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 தாங்கிட்டதக தத்தோடங்க தக்குத்தாம் தீம் 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 தீங்கிட்டதக தித்தோடங்க திக்குத்தை தாம் 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 தாங்கிட்டதக தத்தோடங்க தக்குத்தாம் தீம் 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 தீங்கிட்டதக தித்தோடங்க திக்குத்தை தாம் 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 தாங்கிட்டதக தத்தோடங்க தக்குத்தாம் தீம் 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 தீங்கிட்டதக தித்தோடங்க திக்குத்தை தாம் 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 தாங்கிட்டதக தத்தோடங்க தக்குத்தாம் தீம் 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 தீங்கிட்டதக தித்தோடங்க திக்குத்தை தாம் 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 தாங்கிட்டதக தத்தோடங்க தக்குத்தாத்தை தத்தோடகதாம் தம் 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 திம் 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 தகதோடங்க தக்குத்தாத்தை தத்தோடகதாம் தம் 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 திம் 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 தகதோடங்க தக்குத்தாத்தை திக் 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 தித்தை விகதக தீதோஹஸ்தங்க விகதக தீதோஹஸ்தங்க தீதோஹஸ்தங்க தகதோங்க திக் 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 தித்தை விகதக தீதோஹஸ்தங்க விகதக தீதோஹஸ்தங்க தீதோஹஸ்தங்க தகதோங்க குத்தக்கிட்ட கிண்ண தொங்க தோதோடகதாம் தோந்தி தோதி குத்தக்க தோதோடகதாம் தோந்தி தந்தாம் திம் 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 கத்தோடங்க தக்குத்தாத்தை மூஷிக வாஹன மோதக ஹஸ்த ಚಾಮರ ಕರ್ಣ ವಿಳಂಬಿತ ಸೂತ್ರ ವಾಮನ ರೂಪ ಮಹೇಶ್ವರ ಪುತ್ರ ವಿಘ್ನ ವಿನಾಯಕ ಪಾದ ನಮಸ್ತೆ ಪಾದ ನಮಸ್ತೆ ಪಾದ ನಮಸ್ತೆ ಧಿಕ್ಕುತ್ತಾಂ ಧಿಕ್ಕುತ್ತಾಂ ಧಿಕ್ಕುತ್ತರಿದತ್ತಾಂ ಕುತಕಿತಕಿನ ತುಂಗತೋದೋಡಗದಾಂ ತೋದೋಡಗದಾಂ ತೋದಿ ಮೂಷಿಕ ವಾಹನ ಮೋದಕ ಹಸ್ತ ಚಾಮರ ಕರ್ಣ ವಿಳಂಬಿತ ಸೂತ್ರ ಮೂಷಿಕ ವಾಹನ ಮೋದಕ ಹಸ್ತ ಚಾಮರ ಕರ್ಣ ವಿಳಂಬಿತ ಸೂತ್ರ ಧಿಕ್ಕುತ್ತಾಂ ಧಿಕ್ಕುತ್ತಾಂ ಧಿಕ್ಕುತ್ತರಿದತ್ತಾಂ ಕುತಕಿತಕಿನ ತುಂಗತೋದೋಡಗದಾಂ ತೋದೋಡಗದಾಂ ತೋದಿ ವಾಮನ ರೂಪ ಮಹೇಶ್ವರ ಪುತ್ರ ವಿಘ್ನ ವಿನಾಯಕ ಪಾದ ನಮಸ್ತೆ ವಾಮನ ರೂಪ ಮಹೇಶ್ವರ ಪುತ್ರ ವಿಘ್ನ ವಿನಾಯಕ ಪಾದ ನಮಸ್ತೆ ಪಾದ ನಮಸ್ತೆ ಪಾದ ನಮಸ್ತೆ ನಮಸ್ತೆ
Thank you. just to let all of you know that towards the end of the performance, we have given some allotted time for question and answer session. So regarding the students, I'm not describing which grade they are and how many years they have learned. The next piece is performed by Nihalya Sriram. This is called Manduka Shabda. Shabdam are words of praise. Manduka is a frog. Am I in the screen? Okay. Here, the dancer traditionally learns how to use expressions in her item. So first you saw Alarippu being performed. It was pure Nritya. The only form of expression was a smile. And then came the Pushpanjali with a small prayer on Lord Ganesha, the elephant-headed god who blesses his devotees. You saw that. Now this item, Nihalya will depict few stories. The first one is the story of an elephant who was cursed by a sage that it had to suffer. So when it went to the water to take a bath, it was caught by a crocodile. And this elephant had a lot of ego. So thought that since it was so mighty that, it could take care of itself. But when it started being pulled into the water by the crocodile, then it realized that nothing like to get the help from the divine. So then the elephant is blessed, the crocodile is destroyed. So this is one of the stories Nihalya will be depicting. And the last is the story of Rama. As all of you know, Indian mythology, we have a lot of storytelling and related to the divine. So here, how Rama gets married to Sita. I will let you enjoy the program, and this is called Manduka Shabda.
పూల వాసన చాలగలిగిన మనములో తాకుత కణకు జేకు కమల తడాగమున మడుగ శబ్దము తైతతగా తాకుత కణకు జేకు కమల తడాగమున మడుగ శబ్దము తైతతగా తాకుత కణకు జేకు కమల తడాగమున మడుగ శబ్దము తైతతగా జగ 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 శాపముతో గజేంద్రుడు భక్తుడై బరు మకరి చేతను తత శాపముతో గజేంద్రుడు భక్తుడై బరు మకరి చేతను తత ఉగ్రశాపముతో గజేంద్రుడు భక్తుడే బరు మకరి చిత్తను తత ఉగ్రశాపముతో గజేంద్రుడు భక్తుడే ఉగ్రశాపముతో గజేంద్రుడు భక్తుడే ఉగ్రశాపముతో గజేంద్రుడు భక్తుడే బరు మకరి చేతను బరు మకరి చేతను బలు మకరి చేతను బలు మకరి చేతను నంగిడతక తిత్తిడతక చదవేసిన చేతి చక్రము చేతమగరిని సంకరించిన మహిమను తతగా చదవేసిన చేతి చక్రము చేతమగరిని సంకరించిన మహిమను తతగా చదవేసిన చేతి చక్రము చేతమగరిని సంకరించిన మహిమను తతగా దృఢదత్తక దృఢదక దృఢదక దృఢదత్తక దృఢదక దృఢదక దేను తాగత తకుందరి కచిత జనకి కళ్యాణ భుజ ఫల వీవ గణమ విరామ జయ రఘురామ శ్రీ రఘురామ भुजबलवीव घनमभिराम जय रघुराम श्री रघुराम वरकोदण्ड राम चला दे चला दे चला दे चला दे चला ते तता जानकी कल्याण भुजबलवीव घनमभिराम जय रघुराम श्री रघुराम वरकोदण्ड राम चला दे चला दे चला दे चला दे चला ताकिडतक तातरिकिडतक जयकिडतक जयतरिकिडतक ताकिडतक तकुंदरिकिडतक तक्किडतक 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 ततया ते
Thank you. As Nancy mentioned, she wanted to see the Kuchipudi style. So the next piece is called Mahishasura Mardini, Lalita Sahasranamam. So these are two very powerful sacred hymns. One depicting the anger aspect of Devi, and the other, the calm side of. Can you all of you hear me without the mic? No. Okay, all right. The calm aspect of Devi, who is Lalita. And here in the angry aspect, she is called Mahishasura Mardini, who destroys the evil demon, the bull-like demon called Mahishasura. This will be performed in both Bharatanatyam and Kuchipudi style. Shreya will be depicting the Mahishasura Mardini aspect in Bharatanatyam, and I will be presenting the Lalita Vikas side of in Kuchipudi style. Thank you.
स्मितमुखी आपेन वक्षोरुहा पाणिभ्याम् अलिपूर्ण रत्नचषकम् रक्तोत्पलं बिभ्रति सौम्या रत्नघटस्थ रक्तचरणा ध्यायेत् पराम् अम्बिका ध्यायेत् पराम् अम्बिका ध्यायेत् पराम् अम्बिका ऐगिरि नन्दिनि नन्दितमेदिनि विश्वविनोदिनि नन्दनुते गिरिवरविन्दशिरोधिनि वासनि विष्णुविलासिनि जयसुते भगवति हेक्षितिकण्ठकुटुम्बिनि भूरि कुटुम्बिनि भूरिसुते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते अरुणा करुणातरङ्गिताक्षी धृतपाशाङ्कुश पुष्पबाणचापा अणिमादिभिरावृतां मयूखैः अहमित्येव विभावये भवानी ऐ जगन्नाथ वैरिवधूवर वीरपराभयदायकरे त्रिभुवनमस्तकशूलविनोदशिरोधिकतामलशूलकरे सुमिनुमितामरदुन्दुभिनाद महोदकरे कृततिग्मकरे जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते तद्धिं तकित तद्धिं तकित तद्धिं तकित तकधिमि तकित तद्धिं तकित तद्धिं तकित तद्धिं तकित कृतकधिमि तकित तद्धिं तकित तद्धिं तकित तद्धिं तकित तकधिमि तकित तकधिं तकित तकधिं तकित तकधिं तकित कृतकधिमि तकित तद्धिं तकित तद्धिं तकित तद्धिमि ताक तकधिमि ताक तद्धिमि ताक तकधिमि ताक तकधिन कांग तकधिन कांग तकधिन कांग तकधिन कांग तदिं किन्न कांग तकदिक्का कृतकधिं किन्न कांग तकदिक्का कृतकधिं किन्न कांग तकदिक्का तद्धिं तकित तद्धिं तकित तद्धिं तकित कांग तद्धिं तकित तद्धिं तकित तद्धिं तकित ध्यायेत् पद्मासनस्थां ध्यायेत् पद्मासनस्थां विकसितवदनां पद्मपत्रायताक्षीं हेमाभां पीतवस्त्रां करकलितलसद्धेमपद्मां वराङ्गीं सर्वालङ्कारयुक्तां सत
This was actually specially choreographed using these two different styles and with two dancers doing different parts. So this is the first time for the special audience which we have this afternoon. The next item will be performed by Anushka Pandya, Bho Shambho, Shiva Shambo, Swayambho. She will be explaining her piece.
I bow to Lord Shiva, the one who carries the river Ganga in his matted hair, who helps us cross the ocean of worldly life and protects the entire universe and embraces us all, the one who dances to the beat of the drum. And reminds us that there are no boundaries, not to life or to love. I will be presenting this beautiful composition by Sri Swami Dayanand Saraswati, Bho Shambho, Shiva Shambho, Swayambho.
Shiva Shambo, Swayambho. Shambho, Shiva Shambo, Swayambho. Shambho, Shiva Shambo, Swayambho. Gangadhara Shankara, Karunakara, Mamava Bhavasagara, Taraka. Gangadhara Shankara, Karunakara, Mamava Bhavasagara, Taraka. Shambho, Shiva Shambo, Swayambho. Shambho, Shiva Shambo, Swayambho. निर्गुण परब्रह्म स्वरूपा गम गम भूता प्रपंच रहिता निर्गुण परब्रह्म स्वरूपा गम गम भूता प्रपंच रहिता निज गुह निहित निता ధిమి ధిమి కిట కిటతో తోం తోం తరి కిట కిటతో ధిమిత ధిమి ధిమి కిట కిటతో తోం తోం తరి కిట కిటతో మతంగ మునివర వందిత ఈశా మతంగ మునివర వందిత ఈశా సర్వ దిగంబర వేష్టిత వేష నిత్య నిరంజన నిత్య నటేశ మతంగ మునివర వందిత ఈశా సర్వ దిగంబర వేష్టిత వేష నిత్య నిరంజన నిత్య నటేశ ఈశా సవేశ సర్వేశ శంభో శివ శంభో స్వయంభో శంభో శివ శంభో స్వయంభో గంగాధర శంకర కరుణాకర మామవ భవసాగర తారక గంగాధర శంకర కరుణాకర మామవ భవసాగర తారక శంభో శివ శంభో స్వయంభో శంభో శివ శంభో స్వయంభో
చూడరే అది నడిచే హోయలు, says this woman to her friends while drawing water from a well. Here, the heroine is in love, is so deep in love that, contrary to the accepted norms, she goes out to meet him. Look at her, how she walks. She is bold and disrespectful. She is married into a well-to-do family. Yet, she goes behind that Gopala. She has a house as grand as a mountain, a chariot to take her wherever she pleases, and a husband who is victorious in war. Does he not please her? Who indeed can alter what fate has ordained for you? Her upper garment slips. She's unaware. She walks with confidence and does not care even when people mock her. Her mother-in-law, her father-in-law, her brother-in-law, and even the younger ones chide her. She doesn't care and holds the hand of mover Gopala as though he's the man in her life. Is she a woman or a piece of wood? Chudare adi nadiche hoyalu.
ತಂಡೂನ ಗೆಲೀಚೆ ಮಗಡು ತಕ್ಕುವೆ ತಲವ್ರಾತಲೆವರೀಕಿ ತಪ್ಪಿಂಚ ವಶಮಾ ಕೊಂಡಂತ ಕಾಪುರಮೇ ರಾನು ಪೋನು ಕೋಮಲಿಕಿ ಅಂತಲಮೇ ತಂಡೂನ ಗೆಲೀಚೆ ಮಗಡು ತಕ್ಕುವೆ ತಲವ್ರಾತಲೆವರೀಕಿ ತಪ್ಪಿಂಚ ವಶಮಾ ಚೂಡರೆ ಅದಿನಡೀಚೆಗೆ ಕೊಯ್ಯಲು ಪೈಟ ಕುಂಗು ಪೈಟ ಕುಂಗು ಜಾರಿನನು ತೆಲಿಯಕ ಭಯಮಿಂಚುಗಯೋ ಏಕ ತೋಟಿವಾರು ನೌಗುತುರನಿ ಎಂಜಗ ತೋಸು ನಡೆ ಅದಿ ಗೈಯಾಳಿ ಬಲೆ ಜಾಣ ಪೈಟ ಕುಂಗು ಜಾರಿನನು ತೆಲಿಯಕ ಭಯಮಿಂಚುಗಯು ಲೇಕ ತೋಟಿವಾರು ನೌತುರನಿಯ ಜಗ ತೋಸು ನಡೆ ಅದಿ ಗೈಯಾಳಿ ಬಲೆ ಜಾಣ ಚೂಡರೆ ಅದಿನಡೀಚೆ ಕೊಯ್ಯಲು ಅತ್ತ ಮಾಮ ಬಾವ ಮರುದುಲನು ದಿಟ್ಟಿ ಅಪಕೀರ್ತಿ ಕೊಡಿ ಕಟ್ಟಿ ಕುತ್ತಗನು ಮೂವ ಗೋಪಾಲು ಪಟ್ಟಿ
The next piece will be presented by Shreya Vasudevan. Parukuli Nallenade, Engal Bharatanatyam. She will do the explanation.
பாருக்குலே நல்ல நாடு எங்கள் பாரத நாடு. In wisdom, divine thought, knowledge, language and literature, music, art, scientific discoveries, and bravery. Subramanya Bharatiyar, an Indian poet, writer, and freedom fighter, composed this poem that describes the beauty and richness of his country, India. The poem illustrates pride and devotion that can enrich any country. Through themes such as bravery, kindness, friendship, generosity, and compassion, Bharatiyar uses all these qualities throughout his writing.
தீரத்திலே படை வீரத்திலே நெஞ்சிலீரத்திலே உபகாரத்திலே தீரத்திலே படை வீரத்திலே நெஞ்சிலீரத்திலே உபகாரத்திலே சாரத்திலே மிகு சாத்திரம் கண்டு சாரத்திலே மிகு சாத்திரம் கண்டு தருவதிலே உயர்நாடு பாருக்குள்ளே நல்ல நாடு எங்கள் பாரத நாடு. ஆக்கத்திலே தொழில் ஊக்கத்திலே உயவீக்கத்திலே உயர்நோக்கத்திலே ஆக்கத்திலே தொழில் ஊக்கத்திலே உயவீக்கத்திலே உயர்நோக்கத்திலே காக்கத்திரள் கொண்ட மலர்தம் சேனை காக்கத்திரள் கொண்ட மலர்தம் சேனை கடலினிலே உயர்நாடு பாருக்குள்ளே நல்ல நாடு எங்கள் பாரத நாடு. வன்மையிலே உளத்தின்மையிலே மனத்தன்மையிலே மதிநுண்மையிலே வன்மையிலே உளத்தின்மையிலே மனத்தன்மையிலே மதிநுண்மையிலே உண்மையிலே தவறாத புலவர் உண்மையிலே தவறாத புலவர் உணர்வினிலே உயர்நாடு பாருக்குள்ளே நல்ல நாடு எங்கள் பாரத நாடு எங்கள் பாரத நாடு.
I will be performing the final dance item, and after which we will have the floor is open for any questions and answers. The students will be coming here and you can question them. Brahmam Okate Para Brahmam Okate. The Supreme Being is one. Either whether you're rich or whether you're poor, the divinity is one within. Whether you're an elephant having a bath in the water or a dog drinking from the same water, the sun's rays is the same. The water is the same. Whether you're a kind-hearted soul or an evil person, inside the one and only Supreme. Whether you come from an upper caste or a lower caste, you walk on the same land. Brahmam Okate Para Brahmam Okate.
Brahmam Okate Para Brahmam Okate. श्रीहरे अंतरात्मा हरे अंतरात्मा श्रीहरे अंतरात्मा इंदुलो जंतु कुलामिंतानొకటే अंतरिकी श्रीहरे अंतरात्मा इंदुलो जंतु कुलामिंतानొకటే अंतरिकी श्रीहरे अंतरात्मा हरे अंतरात्मा श्रीहरे अंतरात्मा तंदनाना हे तंदनाना पुरे तंदनाना भड़ तंदनाना भड़ तंदनाना भड़ तंदनाना నిండార రాజుని ప్రించుని త్రయునొకటే అంటనే బంటు నిద్ర నదియునొకటే నిండార రాజుని ప్రించుని త్రయునొకటే అంటనే బంటు నిద్ర నదియునొకటే మెండైన బ్రాహ్మణుడు మెట్టు భూమి ఒకటే చండాలుడుండేటి సరి భూమి ఒకటే మెండైన బ్రాహ్మణుడు మెట్టు భూమి ఒకటే చండాలుడుండేటి సరి భూమి ఒకటే సరి భూమి ఒకటే సరి భూమి ఒకటే తందనానా హి తందనానా పురే తందనానా భళ తందనానా భళ తందనానా భళ తందనానా కడగి ఏనుగు మీద కాయు ఎండొకటే ఉడమి సునకము మీద పొలయు ఎండొకటే కడగి ఏనుగు మీద కాయు ఎండొకటే ఉడమి సునకము మీద పొలయు ఎండొకటే కడు పుణ్యులను పాప కర్ములను సరిగావా జడియు శ్రీ వెంకటేశ్వరు నామమొకటే కడు పుణ్యులను పాప కర్ములను సరిగావా జడియు శ్రీ వెంకటేశ్వరు నామమొకటే శ్రీ వెంకటేశ్వరు నామము ఈశ్వరు నామము వెంకటేశ్వరు నామము శ్రీ వెంకటేశ్వరు నామమొకటే తందనానా హి తందనానా పురే తందనానా భళ తందనానా భళ తందనానా బ్రహ్మముకటే పర బ్రహ్మముకటే పర బ్రహ్మముకటే పర బ్రహ్మముకటే తందనానా హి తందనానా పురే తందనానా భళ తందనానా భళ తందనానా భళ తందనానా భళ తందనానా భళ తందనానా భళ తందనానా
I request all the students to please come on the stage. I know them, so I don't want to keep bragging, so you can ask them whatever you want. Yeah. So you can. Questions? Yes, please.
Thank you so much. I have never seen any performance like that. I come from India, from the north part, and over the period I've lived here for more than 50 years, I've seen performances. And the story, the way you told us, it was amazing, and I admire you absolutely. One question was, is there any process they have to follow through to graduate from certain dances?
I will have Shreya answer that because she just graduated last year. Shreya.
So, to answer your question, yes, there is sort of a process that we all go through before we quote unquote graduate. So, the actual graduation, as you would call it, is called an Arangetram, where a student, after reaching a certain level, completes a full margam or dance sequence in Bharatanatyam. So, once the student has reached that level, they will perform an Arangetram for about 2 to 3 hours, and they showcase all the aspects of dance, the expressions, the jatis or the footwork, and the stamina. That's one of the most key parts to all of it. So I recently just completed my Arangetram in September, and yeah. Thank you.
Actually, the goal is not the graduation, it's the process. They start off, it's like a course. Just like how you go from first grade, second grade, third grade, they start off basic with steps. These are the students who started a year ago, a bit more than a year ago. And they finish learning their steps, so which gives them a certain foundation. And after that, they start learning items and slowly concepts like expression, storytelling. We start explaining the basic storytelling and not get into complicated ones as you saw in what I performed, Chudare. Yeah. So according to their age, we select items which are age appropriate, and they learn. So I'm blessed. I'm so blessed that I've been supported by all of you. This is my 30th year. August 19th, we are celebrating 30 years. They come once a week for 1 hour. Either it's weekday evenings because of after school or weekends. And this is like a process. And one thing is, I'm sure we have a lot of celebrations, but traditionally for an Arangetram, it is just the capacity of the dancer. So there is no kind of, no dinner at all, nothing. People just come and, they watch the performance, they'll see how good the student is and the mastery, because there's one piece where the student has to perform for at least 40 minutes non-stop. So that tests the level of stamina with footwork, storytelling, everything. And not only that, the student has to have the ability to listen to the music, 1 ear with the rhythmic, so there should not be any beat that should be missed. So we keep the track of the beat with our feet. So it's so intricate. And we just come, watch the performance, bless the child, and that's it, leave. Yeah, we have artists coming. Yes, Nancy. Who wants to tell? Nihalya, come.
The hardest part, which I think is really hard to do in this, is to perform the steps really perfectly and do them without any hesitation and be comfort with it. You have to be confident to do this, and your expressions should be explaining what you're doing. So that's what I think is really hard and what I think I should achieve soon.
Thank you, Nihalya. Yes. Yeah, they do. I have one of my old students, his name is Asish, and he graduated, and he does his own dancing. But it's not only the dance, it's what they learn in the process. They learn confidence, they learn team, they have to be a good team player. Not only a team player, they have to first be confident with themselves. First, they have to be an individual for themselves, that self-respect, self-esteem, and then it goes. So in the process, they learn a lot, which they carry it in their life. So when they go to college, I have a couple of students' parents who graduated in the year 2000, and they're sitting right here. One is getting married next year, and one is already married. And but it's more like a family, and but these values, they keep it with them, and it's how they blend East with West in the culture and in everyday life. It starts off with parents. Oh, you want to hear from them? Okay. Yeah, sorry. Anushka.
So I definitely agree with Satya Aunty. It was 100% my parents' first push to start dancing. I initially started doing Bollywood dancing, and then my parents thought that it was a good idea to embrace more of the classical, like Indian culture, which is what you get from doing Bharatanatyam, learning all these stories and being able to perform them. So the first initial motive was from my parents, but then as I learned more stories and everything, like the passion to continue comes from within.
They grow into it, yes. How old are the children? They vary, but the minimum age is 6. You need to be 6 because classical dance, it's the hand and eye coordination. You have a lot. And plus, when they are getting ready for the performance, it takes about, starting from morning 8:30, they've started getting ready. Because it takes that long to dress up, to do the hair, makeup, everything. So minimum age is 6, and then maximum, there's no end. Go ahead. Aishwarya? Yeah, let me remove this. Yeah.
I'm 9.
Pass it on.
I'm 8. I'm 8.
I'm 8. I'm 10.
I'm 17.
I'm 16.
I'm 13.
Oh, yes, go ahead. No, because we dance in the space, because everything is space around us. So colors, we try to avoid, we want to make it as colorful, and also it's preference. For example, Shreya's costumes, she has about 5, 6 for her Arangetram. So it's her color choice and her mother's. Mother plays a very important role. No, they are made in India. So you purchase a sari, which I have a feeling most of you know, it's a 6-yard material. And from that, we have certain tailors who specialize in making these costumes, which are very expensive. Jewelry, everything. So the jewelry is a one-time purchase, and we keep it, we treasure it. Yes, please.
You go for a lesson once a week, as you said.
Exactly.
How many hours of practice does it take to get to the level that we saw here with these?
Okay, for example, I'll give you the example for Shreya. Come here. she's 16. She started when she was?
6 years old.
6 years old. So she comes, I mean, it wasn't on a regular basis, but the passion develops, and then respect everything. Because in the beginning, it's all, I don't want to go, it's too hard. You know, you do have that. So there are many frustrating moments, to be honest. But then it's a big commitment. So I bow to all the parents who have stuck by and, you know. Many hours go into this. So since they come once a week for 1 hour, that's not enough. So how they practice at home, that is what is very, very important. So what they do in class, because generally we practice almost every day. In India, we have classes almost every day. But here, because of a lot of other activities and schoolwork, so once a week. So when they practice at home, it needs to have the same amount of intensity when they practice at home. Of course, there will be some slacking over a period of time. They pick up the seriousness, because if they are going to do just like this, yeah, I finished my practice, it's time for my dinner. But when they come to class, the hand is not going to go here, which it's supposed to go there. Unless you make it go, it's more like muscle memory. So it needs to. The body needs to understand the movements. Yeah. Are some of?
Are some of the girls related?
Some of the girls related? Yeah, these two. She and he, they both are sisters. Yeah, but sometimes, you know, they're blessed, the parents are blessed that both have interest and both want to learn. Sometimes the parents push because the older one has interest and the younger one doesn't, so, yeah. Yes?
Can you explain, probably much better than I did, the difference between Bharatanatyam and Kuchipudi?
Sure, definitely. We have about, as of now, there are 9 classical dance forms in India. I teach 2 types of dance forms, classical. They're called Bharatanatyam and Kuchipudi. They come from the southern states. These are 2 southern dance forms. And they're actually adjoining states. One is Tamil Nadu, one is Andhra Pradesh. So that's why you see a lot of similarities. Difference, the most important difference between these 2 styles is, in Kuchipudi, we lip sync. For example, so in Kuchipudi, that is very, very prevalent that it is lip sync, because it originated generally from dance dramas, then it became an individual performance. So it was with group first, then it started individual. And Kuchipudi, you have a lot of movements with the upper torso, more of the waist and this area. Bharatanatyam has a little bit more, I wouldn't use the word rigid, but it has more defining lines, more stiff. The structure, visually, if you see, for example, Bharatanatyam is same thing. So it's more of these movements, and same, thigh, thigh. It's that body. I wouldn't say it's loose, but that's the execution. So unless you see these 2 styles, for anybody, you know, not knowing the details, both will look the same. It looked beautiful. Yes, please.
Does the music tell the story?
Yeah. And then it's entirely up to the choreographer to elaborate on that story and use your own imagination and create. So basically, when you teach expressions basically you are taught only the structure. When I learned expressions, the teacher would say that I can just teach you, but expression is different between individuals, and what happens today will not be repeated tomorrow. So it's entirely how you create and how you sustain that particular mood and then perform. So it goes very, very into detailed. So I started learning just like how these girls, when they were young, then went to college, then came to this country, and then just something led to another, and then, I started my school, and now I enjoy it. It's my 30th year. So, we all have our ups and downs, and I thank my family. I have my husband and my 2 daughters attending the performance today. So, and I thank all the wonderful supporters, because it's very hard. Started off very hard in the beginning, but now I'm enjoying. And yes, any other questions? Yes, please. Yeah. Yes. Obviously. Maybe put some rap music and then get them to lose. It's just you need to loosen this muscle and not think about it. When you start thinking, what happens is it's like me telling you, relax. The minute I tell you that, everything is going to stiffen up. So I'm not going to tell them, has to be subtle. So I just tell them, when it happens, it'll happen. But it's only the neck has to move. The word is attami, so it needs to move. And so then you have, if you notice, the first item, they start off basic with the shoulder movements. Then how you synchronize with the eye, how you look. Everything matters. So to remember so much, it's not easy. So they were phenomenal today. Yes, please.
I don't know if this is a legitimate question, but how would you just state the difference between Lord Shiva, Brahman, and Atman? Because in one day we had the flowing from Shiva. And how would Brahman be a different expression?
Yeah. But Rama? You said Rama?
No, the gods. I try to understand the difference between the words Brahman or Shiva and Atman, right?
Oh, you're talking about the soul. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, in dance we have so much. As you said, you're going too much into depth. So, yeah. But for dance, we keep it simple. So, sorry. See, for example, we have Shiva. So, we picture. So, when we see these different deities, because our Indian dance, classical dance, the root itself is all connected to different storytelling, different deities, whether it's male, how a human being can connect. Either I can see a stone and I can start worshipping the stone, where I find some divinity. So we have created different images. So Shiva is portrayed like this. And Shiva has a matted hair. If you can see the picture of Shiva, he has a matted hair. And then he has tied the river Ganga to his hair. And he has a drum. It's supposed to be the first sound the universe hears. So there are so many stories to this. And then when you say Atman, where I said everything is all one and same, you have the soul. So we show the soul here, the inner soul. So connecting from the divine. So we are connected here. So when it comes from here, it goes too deep actually. Thank you. I thank you all once again. You've been a wonderful audience. Thank you. Thank you. They will take pictures, don't move. Namaskaram.